Live.
Man, look.
This is another live tonight. We gonna have a good time tonight.
Oh, man.
So, this live is pretty much we're gonna title husbands right now, till we get a better title later. We talking about being a husband and all that good stuff. The reason we even decided to do this topic tonight, I was in the barbershop and the gentleman was talking about being a husband, and he was addressing how you say the old heads about questioning being a husband because he's a relatively new husband, and he had questions, and he's a good guy. He's a damn good guy. A fairly new child. Just like a arrow. What the hell going on? But anyway, I'm tripping. I'm seeing things. But he's a good guy. He wants to Did the thing just go thumbs down?
It did.
I am seeing.
I've been seeing some thumbs up and then some thumbs down too.
Yeah, it's been wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been wild.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, I'm my bad. All right, so basically, he was asking questions. And I wondered how many other guys had questions about being a husband. So I reached out to Andre. I reached out to Keith, and I reached out to somebody else, another DAR member. He may jump on a little later when he get a chance. But these are some of the things we transitioned into. Like, I'm a former husband, so I can answer or I can give outlooks on certain perspectives. But a part of me being a former husband was I wasn't the best husband because I had to acknowledge that.
Right.
In a divorce, you have to acknowledge that you wasn't the perfect person.
Right.
Especially not, or at least not the perfect person for that person.
Yeah.
And you always make mistakes. Even the best marriages, a husband's gonna make mistakes, and we have to acknowledge that.
Right.
But one of the things I really want to acknowledge is that being a husband is not an island, but more like, I guess it could be a conglomerate or a group of islands.
It could be an island by itself.
And
Y'all island.
Yep.
Our island.
Island, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
An island of husbands, but
Yeah.
Upon saying that, don't get too close. So and that was the topic, why the topic came up tonight. So I'm gonna warn you, tonight is gonna be a little laughter, some serious, but it's all at the end of the time it's gonna be informative. So the first person I want to talk to about introduce it right now to my side here is Keith. Keith is another DAR member. He's been on the show before. Keith has been married before.
Yeah.
And now he's a newlywed.
Yeah.
So he has different perspectives. Also, for those who've been since DAR since the beginning, he's one of the first ones to do our live panels.
Yeah.
He was the what they call the player.
The player.
Now he's the groom. Now he's the husband.
Yeah.
I
went from boyfriend, fiance to husband.
Okay. See, yeah.
Yeah.
So you did like 2 360s and a twist.
Man. In a year.
In a year. And if you haven't seen it, you have to go back and check out the video we did with him and his wife, and at the time was his fiance.
Was we engaged?
Yeah, you was engaged.
Okay. God, that went so fast.
It did.
Man.
So hold on one second. So Keith, tell everybody, how long you been married and a little bit about the process.
Man, my process was this particular marriage is the best of the best that I feel like it is, I met my wife a year ago. I knew that was my person from day one. I had a lot of good people in my corner, letting me know, like, hey, if this got to be it. I chose this woman. She's gonna probably get on here later on. I just went for what I knew, man. Like I trusted myself to take care of this woman. and everything it worked out, man. All the families came together, and they was 10 toes down behind us, man. So that was the biggest thing for me. It always used to be just me, 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 me. This one was what we gonna do, how we gonna approach the situation, how we gonna figure out life together. So shout out to my wife, Rhonda Smith.
She's on here.
Uh oh.
She said, "Hey boo." She said, "Hey boo." And they know it being a month in, you get a whole bunch of "Hey boos."
Oh my God.
Then, but about a year later, say, "Hey."
Yeah.
Then when we
Emoji.
Yeah. So now also we have Andre, who's another DAR member. So Andre, tell us how long you been married. Tell us a little bit.
All right. So I've been married 17 years. Well, 16 years. Actually, this month. And our story is a little bit different. I actually met my wife through my sister-in-law, and we met and hit it off. And honestly, everything was a wrap from there. We dated for a couple of years, and got engaged. It's interesting because when I first met her, we were in St. Louis, and I was working for a company where I was actually in St. Louis. And quickly, while we were dating, kind of had some adjustment in my working situation, and I wound up taking a job where I had to travel a lot. And the first 6.5 years of our relationship, well, actually, after a year, for about 6.5 years in a relationship, I was on the road up to about 297 days a year. So that was pretty interesting, right? So we went from
297.
297. One year I was going 297 days. So I'd be home, and then for maybe 30 days at a time. And then, she'd get to come in a weekend, a month or so, and we get to hang out like that. So even when we got married, I'll say the first 5.5 years of a relationship, we were still kind of like newlyweds because we weren't together until we moved down to Dallas. So that's kind of when we really kind of moved in together and got to really kind of more experience being together for an extended period of time. And we've been down here for 11 years now. So, everything's been great. But that's kind of the beginning with us.
Yeah. So 16 years. We got 1 month, 16 years, no years. And we're gonna introduce our third guest. Keldrick, another DAR member. What's going on, everybody? How you doing?
What's going on,
What's
brother?
going on, fellas?
We here.
You're another husband. So tell us how long you've been married in blissful matrimony and all that good stuff.
23 years.
23.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All started at a bowling alley. Don Carter's in Dallas. I was there with a friend of mine, and, she's on here, so I know she's going to have something to say, but my friend caught her looking at me. And she couldn't tell. She couldn't move them eyes. So I said, well, I'm gonna go on over here and talk to her. And man, it was that ever since from the first day I talked to her, we've been like inseparable.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Man, so let's do it once again. No years.
1 month.
1 month. 16 years. 23 years.
God.
But I bet you, with all of us have some of the same issues, or the same rewards, and the same conflicts, the same challenges, the same everything in our daily lives.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you, out of all three that's married, none of you would ever trade your partner in, would you?
Oh no.
I don't need a new Cadillac.
No.
No, I'm good.
No.
I'm good.
And this is what I'm getting at. And one of the things, when I was talking to this gentleman, he said he was a switch. He's like, whoa, I'm a husband. And he was like, one of the things he had to do was, I can't hang around the same people now. I can't do the same things like that now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you, Keith, first. Did you have that switch? Or was that switch after the marriage or really before the marriage?
Nah, man, my switch was Dallas Cigar Week, man. To be totally honest, and I was just walking her into Dallas Cigar Week. That's all I did. I did nothing special. Um, I said nothing special. I just wanted to walk her in because it was getting a little dark, so I wanted to make sure she made it in. And it went from like play for banter to like taking pictures to like, hey, we going to the next spot. Let's go. So when she moved, I moved.
Just like that.
Just like that. It wasn't no. It wasn't no. This wasn't even. Man, when she said we was leaving, guess what we was doing? We was leaving. And man, it's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. This is something that I wanted. I wasn't pressed into doing nothing or anything like that. So this is where I'm at, fellas. I'm trying to get to 16 and 23.
All right. So first thing we'll get to one. You made 1 month as of today.
As of today.
Today's your 1 month anniversary.
1 month
Right.
anniversary.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
So
fellas.
you made 1 month,
Yeah.
and knowing you, I'm gonna congratulate your wife because she put that work in. She put that work in.
Baby working, man. Baby working. Baby working.
Oh Lord.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Pray for her.
I'm gonna smoke me a cigar for her.
I need one too.
But at what point did you feel like, hey, was it that week at that moment? Is like, this is who I want to protect for the rest of my life, and it's no longer about me. It's about us. Was it at that moment, or was it later on?
No, man, it was like right now. I don't believe in love at first sight, none of that old jibber jabber. But like, man, she's just a kind spirit. She's a beautiful person. So I wanted to protect her from anything that came to her front door. And if I had to lay it down, I lay it down behind her. But that's my ace, man. That's my ace. So it was right now. I didn't have to wait 7, 8, 9, 10 years to, want to be with somebody. It took me all of 377.5 days to know I wanted this to be my person.
Okay, so Andre, I'm gonna ask you, when was that switch? It was like, hey, I'm no longer a boyfriend, I'm a husband, or you had that switch like, I'm switching from boyfriend mentality to husband mentality. Was it before the marriage or like after the marriage? It kind of hit you.
For me, I'd say it was before the marriage. So I'll say within the first year, I knew that she was the one that I wanted to spend my life with, even though I didn't tell her right away. But it's one of those things where you kind of know it, and you kind of start to move different. And I know she was very supportive of me. And I kind of went through some stressful times in my life because I worked for, like I said, and wound up going through a merger situation, and she was there and supportive of me and embraced and was willing to accept the things that I was doing, like as far as traveling and stuff. And it's one of those deals where I know she trusted me, and it's one of those things where I knew I wanted to do whatever I can to make sure that she was able to trust me. So especially as I was on the road, I would always, we kind of had a regimen where I'd work all day. I work 6 days, 12 hours a day. So I was working 72 hours a week. But in the evening, I would either find maybe a coworker, go out to eat, and then I would always check in and call her either before and after dinner. So it kind of had, and then I'd be back at a reasonable hour. So, and it wasn't that it was something I had to do. It was just something that, out of respect for my wife, I wanted to make sure I did. So, I'd say within that first year, I knew, she was the one that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with.
That's what's up.
See, I'm noticing a little trend. Also, last but never least, bro.
Yes, sir.
When was that switch for you?
It was definitely before the marriage, and mine come from seeing how my parents were when they were married. So it kind of gave me a outlook on what a husband was supposed to be like. So when I met my wife, I knew that she was the one, and I knew that how I was supposed to act as a husband, and I knew that the things that I was doing prior, those things couldn't be done anymore. So it was definitely before.
That's what's up.
And something, and I noticed the trend. You know, I'm noticing that these men, they know they start walking the husband role before they say I do.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
facts.
You start walking
Yeah,
that role,
That's facts.
yeah,
and it's
Definitely.
like, so when I'm assuming when you get to become a husband, it's not a big switch. Now it's more of a title.
Yeah,
Is that how you
right,
feel?
right.
That's my point of view
Exactly
of it.
what it
Yes,
is.
because
Right.
Yeah.
I've been walking the husband role for, like my baby says, 900 days. Like nothing changed for me. Um, but the one thing I do, I date my wife every day, man. Every day for the last 700 days, I date my wife every day, and that's big for
Hmm.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to continue to do that. You can't become complacent in it, because that's when you start having issues if you
Right,
become complacent. So you have to continue to do, like we do, date nights and things like that. You have to continue to do that.
right.
Yeah. And I'm noticing that the complacency. But one thing I do want to point out, as we going through these comments and talking, all the ladies that we're in relationship with are on the comments, and they all supporting you, hyping y'all up. Hey boo, and this, that, and that's. And to me, I would imagine, I know for me it does. It makes it easier to walk in that husband's steps, because who you walking and playing and practicing for that moment makes the biggest difference.
Right.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
we often in this forum, in this group, we talk to women and ladies. You have to, a man's going to tell you who they are by their actions.
Yeah.
And what I'm seeing with you three gentlemen are the trend of, I'm intentional by trying to walk this husbandly role. From when the time comes, this is who I am, genuinely, and you are the one I'm choosing. Nothing's going to change. This is who I am. So I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna go with you first, Andre. In your mind, I won't say in your mind, in your opinion, what do you think a husband is? What is your definition?
I think it's a life partner, right? So it's somebody that's there on the good days, someone that's there on the bad days.
Yeah.
And I don't think I don't. I'll say, I don't think there's the perfect husband, right? Because we can all strive to be better. We all make mistakes,
Right.
and I also don't think there's a perfect wife. So part of it is just, I think it's just having a life partner that you live with and understand, and really knowing each other's ins and outs, and being there for each other, and understanding, we all can't bring our A game every day.
Right.
And I think that's
Right.
Okay,
That's fair.
I like that.
That's
You
fair.
know,
Hmm.
much as we want to be perfect, it's impossible.
right.
We in the NBA, you make if you make free throws, who is nobody 100% from the free throw line.
That's facts.
Right.
Um, and one of the things I read in the comments, another dark member we have, Dave, who's been married. As I look at the comments, who's been married 87 years. Laugh out loud.
Wow. 87.
He said, "It's continuous work, but it's worth it.
Yes.
Nothing worth it doing is easy." And
Yeah.
Exactly.
and that's a common thing in life. But yeah, I guess we have to apply it to our relationships.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you have to, when you look at your other or your partner, you say, how you say, I'll lay. We ain't gonna say lay nobody, but I'll protect you. I'll work for you.
Right.
And you look at it like, I have no problem doing that for you.
Right.
It's
Right.
not even a second thought. It's for you.
Right.
Right.
You know, and So with being
Man, shout out to 87 years, man. Let's talk about it.
87 years,
87
you know,
years.
you know it's a joke, right?
Oh,
No, he 87 years. He got some years, man. 87.
man, y'all different, man.
He's not 87.
Hey, man, that touched me, man. That touched me real deep, man.
It's 30, but it's 38 years. But
Shout out to 38. Shout out to 38. God, no. Oh, man, I was sitting back just thinking like, man, 87. Man, I'm only 42.
Hey, if he's 87, man, he had to be damn near over 100. You gotta be over 100. 87.
That's why I don't mess with y'all, man. I be getting emotional about things, man. I get really emotional. I cry a lot, man. I cry a lot. My eyeballs wet right now because I'm like 87 years, boy. That's nice. That's beautiful.
It is.
Oh, man. I'm not playing with y'all no more. I'm finna take my basketball and go home.
I'm just saying. What you, I'm gonna blow you a kiss. So I ain't gonna be able to walk it to you, but I'll make an appointment to kiss you. It's gonna take me a while to get over there.
God, dog.
So, but don't. It's cool though. Hey, we all. That's what we strive for. 87 years.
Yeah.
Right.
We want his life partner, right? As long as
Yeah.
we're living, that's what we
Right.
want to be in our life, right?
Right.
Hey, so hey, we're gonna shut out for potentially making 87 years.
87.
Okay.
That's where I'm headed, God dog it.
So,
It ain't that funny, fellas. It ain't. Now y'all stop laughing so hard at me.
oh no, it's funny as hell. Hey,
Okay. Joke's on Keith.
yeah. I hope you don't count money like you count these years. But anyway, check this out. Now, Keldrick, what do you think about a husband? What's a husband to you? What is it?
Man,
If I say, hey, what's a husband? What's a husband?
I mean, you know, like Andre said, it's a life partner. You know, someone that you're going to be there for. You're going to hold them down regardless of what you know. Everybody go through things. Every relationship go through things. So, you know, a husband to me is one that's going to, you know, stay there, stick it out. You know, as long as it can't be outrageous. You know, something outrageous or something like that. You know, but as long as it's just little stuff, you know, you got to stay there and stick it out. You got to be a protector. You got to be a provider. You know, if there's kids, you know, you got to be a father to them kids. You got to, you know, show them kids the way to go about life and things like that. To me, that's a husband, because that's what I had from my dad, and that's what I saw, you know, him do. He guided all of us, you know, and he was there for my mom regardless of what went on. You know, like they say, through sickness and health. I mean, those you take to heart when you say those.
Right.
So check this out. When you were saying your dad and your parents was your role model for marriage,
Right.
I'm curious. So Keith, what is your idea? Who did you model married life? How you should go about it after? How did you model that?
Man, my mom. Like, you know, my mom was in and out of relationships, man, for years. All kind of foolishness. She met this one guy, man, John Wells, love him to death. It's not my dad, but that is my dad. He showed me how to love a person, another person, not just you. Man, he gave me a lot of insight, and I ran with a lot of it, and it didn't work for me. But as of right now, I still apply a lot of the things that man told me, man, over the 20 years he was with my mom. And actually, this is how he met my mom, smoking.
Okay.
That's how he met my mom. And it's just, you know, I just still apply a lot of things that he told me, man. So, this is not my first rodeo. This is my last one, though. For sure. I just say love each other, man. Love will take you a long way, man. Golly, it take you a long way. And I had to get away from just loving myself to loving somebody else.
That
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I love that woman. That's my guy.
So I'm gonna stop right there. Now, you had to get away from love. No, you said you had to get away from.
Loving myself.
All right.
Because I love myself too doggone much
No, so I think in my opinion, I think we're gonna rephrase that a little bit.
Okay.
Because
Give it to me.
you gotta stay loving yourself.
Yeah.
Is there's
Right.
enough love in for yourself and somebody else?
I was doing it too much though.
You was doing too much.
I wait. I was.
That's
It was 100 to 0.
That's not even masturbation, dog.
That man, you call that? You call that? You call that?
Okay.
So, yeah.
This does bring me another point is sometimes, and I'm guilty. This is what I'm guilty of in previous relationships. You give too much of yourself, and you end up losing part of yourself, giving so much.
Right.
Have you ever, anybody, any of you three, have ever felt that way? And if you did, how did you like correct that feeling or correct that situation? Like I'm giving too much, and you can't stop. Like you felt the only way you can make this relationship work is to keep giving, and you actually lose yourself. Have you ever seen it, felt it? Anybody? This is a general question to anybody.
Nah, I ain't never. I believe in that 50-50 thing, man. Johnny Taylor said it best. 50-50. I don't think I could give enough of me to my wife. I don't think she can give enough of her to me. But guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna try. We're gonna try to strive to be perfect.
Right. But that can happen, and at that point, you have to sit down and evaluate yourself
Right.
to know if there's something that you're going to keep doing to where you're going to lose your identity and not be who you are, or are you going to pull out of this? Because at this point, when you're giving 100% and you're not getting anything back, it's not healthy. At that
That's
point,
suicidal.
Yeah.
Right. So I get that. Now, what I also notice, what helps to prevent that, and you probably all three you have this already. When you choose the right partner, the right partner sees that, stops that, and doesn't let you give too much of yourself.
Right.
Let you lose your identity.
Right.
You know, and this is what happens when what makes a good husband is having a good wife. This is just in my opinion. This is how I'm observing. Having a good wife helps you be a better husband.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Who's going to see? Okay, you're losing yourself, or you pulling apart. This is why we start using the word helpmates again.
Yeah.
Help me
Helpmate.
help me get to keep myself together.
Right.
Right. And with that help, I know we said 50-50, but sometimes it's not 50-50. Sometimes you need a little bit more, and sometimes your partner needs a little bit more. So sometimes, it's even in the long run, but it's not really about the score. And, I don't mind giving a little extra, because I know if the shoe were reversed, she'd give extra for me. So sometimes you need a little bit more, and I think it's about picking each other up when we need it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I got you. Don't keep me down. Just hold me down.
Hold me down.
Hold me down. Don't keep me down.
Hold me down.
Right.
Hold me down.
Right. And this is some things that I think prospective husbands want to need to hear, that a part of being a good husband is the first step is choosing the right partner.
Yeah.
Right.
Every person or every woman that you choose is not deserving of your best part of you.
That's facts.
Yep. Facts.
You can't. I don't think we could. And but that's part of our learning curve, and being divorced, because guess what? That wasn't my partner, the right partner for me.
Right.
That was a hard lesson about choosing.
You gotta have them though.
Huh?
You gotta have them hard lessons
Oh
sometimes.
yeah. You do have to have the hard lessons because, unfortunately, we don't always listen to wisdom when it's presented to us. It's like a young man who thinks that he's invincible. A lot of you, all you have sons. You have sons. Keldrick have sons.
Right.
Andre, you have a younger son, but he's gonna get to that point, where he thinks he's invincible. I'm assuming so. He's a good kid, but I just know a lot of times he's gonna with some little edge of him, like he don't believe he can get hurt.
Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
all been there.
Yeah,
Yep.
and we like some hard lessons. I like that first heartbreak.
Talk about it.
To that
Talk
first
about
heartbreak,
it, man. Golly.
and but those lessons, like you said, those lessons are hard learned. But in the ideal world, we want to be able to have a person who listens to the wisdom of people who's been through it. Because what you do as parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know we all say it. You ain't did shit I ain't never did before.
Exactly. Right. Right.
You ain't did shit. Or a matter of fact, I did it better than you. I'm telling you what's gonna happen.
You can't pull a sheet over my head.
Yeah.
Right.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Been there, done that. But what you say? Then you're like, okay. And they come back. Kelly, what they say? You was right, Dad.
Yeah.
Exactly. You were right there.
You were right, Dad. Yeah.
Well, we gotta go learn that
Yeah.
thing.
You gotta learn it.
Gotta learn it.
But the ideal word was like, okay, Dad, you said that's what happened. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. You've been through it, so I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, we know that don't happen for real.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna ask you this though: what is the biggest reward that you get of being married? Because we talk about all this and that, but what do you think is your one biggest reward that being married does to you?
Man, it's really,
Oh, man.
coming home and you got your person waiting on you. There. You got your person. That's
Yes,
the biggest
sir.
reward right there.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Partnership, relationship.
He said one.
Yep.
Yep.
Man, it was one sentence. Leave him alone, damn it. It was one sentence. I got you, partner. Yeah. He a month into his marriage.
My bad, dog.
He a month into his marriage. He don't learn how to extend it out.
Extend it out.
Yeah. She still.
Behave yourself.
Yes, ma'am. See, y'all got me in trouble, man.
Hey.
I forgot she was on.
Yeah. Ain't she got video evidence? Keep fucking around.
God damn, can you get your shit together, dog?
F around and find out.
Right, that
You
part.
get it. That's right. Get it together.
I'm walking out here with headphones and everything.
Hey, I got a whole relationship in my house. You can't come here and sleep on my couch. You can put a blanket in that car and hope for the best. You ain't coming up in here.
God, dog.
I want some nookie, and I ain't trying to work. I ain't losing out because of you, because you can't keep your mouth shut.
You can't keep your lips straight.
Yeah.
Oh, God, dog.
He's sorry, Rhonda.
I'm sorry.
He didn't know better.
I gotta do better, man.
Yeah.
I gotta do better.
He's repenting right now.
Good Lord. Have
Yeah.
mercy.
Yeah. You bet. Good Lord. have mercy.
My bad, dog. I'm sorry, Andre.
Yeah.
You better.
That's on me, dog. God, dog. Come on, Keith Smith. Jesus.
You back on that first panel again. We have a married man, a recently divorced man.
No, dog. I'm not going back on that one. I refuse. That was rough. I'm good.
We keep
My
on.
bad, Andre. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry, brother. Ooh-wee.
There's another Down cigar be coming up. You better watch out. Hey.
Stop, man. Stop. Okay. You gotta get back on topic, man.
Okay, I'm just saying.
It's coming up fast, too.
Yeah, it is. There's one more of you out there, right? She could trade you in.
Ooh. God.
You off the lot, your value dropped.
Phew.
like an old car. You ain't got no value no more.
87 Chevy, baby.
Well, all right. So, all right. I'm sorry, guys. So I gotta focus before I get in trouble. So, all right. One of the things that being in a relationship and especially being a husband, we tend to take a lot on our shoulders. Do y'all agree?
Yeah.
Even a lot of it be self-imposed on our shoulders.
Yeah.
And when you put so much on your shoulders, that's a lot on your mental. That's a lot on your mentals. Let me ask you this: How do you repair yourself? How do you say, "Hey, okay, I need a break. I need to relieve my stress"? What's the one thing that you do? And are you comfortable with telling your wife that, "Hey, babe, hold on, I just need a couple minutes. I need some time right now. I need to do whatever." So Keith? What is yours?
Man, we talk, man. Like I've been telling y'all, I've been dating my wife for 900 days, man. Um, Communication run the nation. So I've been doing. I'm sorry, baby. We've been doing husband and wife things from day one. Man, we talk about everything. If we got a problem with something's going on with anything, anybody, any one of us, we sit down and we have those hard conversations. The ones that we don't want to have. Me and my wife talk about daily, from the time we wake up from our kiss to the time we go to bed from our kiss. Everything in between, we talk about it, and that's what I love about my wife.
No, but do you ever feel like, okay, it's too much right now? Do you ever get that, like, it's too much right now?
No, man, I'm built like that.
Okay.
We'd have been through some things in these last 2 to 3 months. We'd have been through some things, and I'm still gonna stand hard. I'm still gonna stand tough, and I'm gonna put her behind me.
Well, I'm not saying anything like she's not gonna be there, but do you ever, if you ever feel the stress of life and like you just need a break a little bit?
No, man, I don't want to break.
I ain't saying break from your wife now. Don't get it.
No, I'm just saying I don't want to break.
Okay.
I don't want to break. I want to, whatever's gonna happen to Rhonda and Keith, it's gonna happen. However, it's gonna happen.
Okay. So, for example, like sometimes if I get too much stress, I'll be like, "Hey, babe, I'm going to the patio. I'm gonna smoke. I'm gonna watch me some cartoons."
Okay.
And she know that, and she could feel it. I mean, she has that. You can call it intuition, being in sync, all that, and be like, "Hey, he needs that time."
I have me time every day for an hour.
Oh yeah, so that's a point.
Oh yeah. So I have me time for an hour every day. And it's just me just relaxing in the tub, listening to music, just decompressing from the day that I just had. Then once I get out, it's all about me and her.
Okay, and see, that's what I mean. That to me, that settles your mental.
Yeah.
I mean, now I can fight again.
Right.
I can hold this world on my shoulders. You know, and like you ever like, when you go to the gym, you pushing weight, and you finish you finish that set. All right, before you go to the next set, you take about 30 seconds to a minute.
Right.
Okay, I'll pump some more again.
Right.
And that's what your bubble baths do, because I'm assuming they bubble baths, right?
You know what it is, man. Stop playing. You know what it is, dog. Shit, I'm the bubble bath king. Can't you hear me? I'm the bubble bath king. And for them 60 minutes, man, I don't want to be bothered by nobody.
You got the rubber ducky and everything.
No, I ain't got no. Man, you said that last time. No, I don't have no rubber ducky, Marcus. No, I do not.
You got a shower cap?
For what? No hair. What is shower cap for? See, now he cracking now. Now he cracking. It's cool. It's all right. Still love him to death. Love him to death, man. Golly. Yeah, bubble bath, man. Yeah. And that be to the top of the tub.
I'm blow my bubbles.
Yeah. Mother be falling outside the tub.
But you clean that ring out, damn it.
Oh, I do daily. I probably got to clean it down.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh God, this is what a husband looks like. Laughter.
He laughter. Oh,
Laughter.
Yeah.
how they look like in a tub. Okay, I got in trouble again.
Oh, Lord.
So, What about you, Andre?
For me, it kind of depends on the time, but when I'm in my healthy moments, it's that time at the gym. Other times, it might be going out and grilling, just something to get away a little bit, a little bit of me time. Sometimes it's video games, just hanging out. But yeah, just getting that me time. So it kind of varies depending on kind of what's going on at the moment. But I kind of got the little time to decompress, and she'll do the same. She'll kind of go off and have her time as well. So
Yeah.
I think it's healthy to have that separation because you can't do everything together. Um, but you still got to do I think most things together, right? So I think you still have that time together, but
Yeah.
also apart.
Yeah.
All right, Keltrick. I know you get your time. What you do, brother?
Man, I'm either out on the patio, watching TV, smoking a cigar, or I'm on the video game playing some Madden or something. But that's where I get my time at.
You know, and and we also gotta realize they need their time. Like Andre said, they need their time too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 No doubt.
and like you said, that communication of communicating that hey, I need that time, and I think as a new husband, as a potential new husband, they need to know that you have to have your time.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that I love you less, so I don't want to be around you. It's just I need that time. Let like she said, get focused, Goodwin. And she can call me out by my last
Goodwin.
name. Good Lord. Um, but you need that time, you know. And I'm gonna hit y'all one last question. This is always this is my babe's one of her topics that she has many discussions on. What about Missy said me time, hashtag me time. He right. Her and Dave said her time is just as important. It really does. Um, her time is so important that when she come back, she's ready. She's more is more approachable. She's more I don't know, not compliant, but more ready to handle things like you are. So everybody needs their time.
hmm
But I was saying just a second ago, one of my ladies' biggest discussion is always going to be that happy wife, happy life, and she has some strong debates about that topic in that saying, and she don't necessarily believe in it. She goes into a whole little debate about it, a whole little debate about it. But what do you feel that's an appropriate saying?
Man, I really and truly think that's whack. I said, just to get a laugh off or something, but um when I walked through that door, that woman light up like the first time she seen me, and vice versa. So, then they came up with the happy house, happy spouse. But what about me? What if I'm not happy? You know? So, um, I love my wife from the first time I seen her to my 1 month anniversary. And again, man, I just take it back to, man, just love one another, man. You
right.
know? Just love one another, man, and communicate about every and anything.
What about you, Keldrick?
Well, it kind of goes back to what we discussed earlier. You know, you can give so much of yourself and make your spouse happy, and then lose yourself in the meantime, and you're not happy. So the happy wife, happy life is not. Just like Keith said, I think it's whack because I think both parties have to be happy in
Yeah.
order for it to be a healthy, balanced relationship. So I don't believe in that happy wife, happy life.
Right.
Hmm. What about you, Andre? What's your thoughts on that?
I agree. It's all good in moderation, right? So
Yeah.
happy wife, happy life, but I got to be happy too. So
Right.
if you're not happy, then that turns to resentment, and
Yeah.
Right.
it's not a good thing.
Right. And I, and I'm sorry, everybody who's watching this. So for some reason, and I haven't figured out yet, there's always these thumbs keep popping up on here, and I don't know where these thumbs are coming from. Damn it, I'm gonna figure out. It was like high thumbs, up thumbs. Why is this coming on my? Why is this coming up on the video? Maybe because is it a new iOS new iOS or something? I
Nah,
don't
we
know.
got people in here just watching.
It didn't
I
like
think
what
they
we
just hitting the
did.
wrong
Yeah,
button.
Thumbs down on
yeah,
that one.
I think they just hitting. I just think they just hitting the wrong. That's what I'm going with, fellas. I think they hitting the wrong button.
Yeah,
So
they have to be.
Gotta be.
yeah. Who would
Have to be.
give us a thumbs down?
A hater.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, bonus topic.
God, dog, I gotta stick my foot in my mouth.
Yeah, I mean, but we gonna talk about that because I gotta stay focused. Your foot is clean because you be in the bathtub. Anyway, one thing I know you probably all three you probably ran into was haters on your marriage.
Yeah.
What would so? How would you tell somebody, a new husband or soon to be husband, how to deal with the haters that's gonna be hating on your relationship? What would you tell them?
An old white man told me a long time ago. He said, Key, well, he called me sir. Might have been about 16, 17. He said, sir, if they keep your name in the mouth, if they keep your name in their mouth, you're doing something right. When they stop talking about you, you might want to check your front door. Old white man told me this at 16, 17. And I live by that. Because me and my wife, we going through a situation right now with that same old bull crap. But guess what? Babe, what I always say, I married mine, what you gonna do?
There you go.
All right.
There you go. Right there.
Anybody else want to add to that?
No,
That's a hard follow-up.
I'm good with
Yeah,
that.
it's a hard follow, but he's exactly right. I mean, when you have those type of people, it's jealousy and it's hating all at the same time because but really what they're getting at is they want what you got.
Yeah,
they don't have it. They don't have that type of relationship. They don't have their person like that. So, they want to, start saying things to try to get in your head to see if they can get you to start wavering toward them or
Right.
not. And then that's when you have to look at yourself and be like, look, no, I'm where I need to be. You need to get where you need to be.
That part.
Yep.
yeah,
Say I'm
Yeah.
pretty fortunate, and I'll say the fellas that I hang with, I never really had any haters that really just were like trying to do things. I more had the guys that said, hey, you know what, I kind of like what you got. How can I, and we kind of had some good conversations. And I'll say most of the guys I hang with are now married and happy. So it's one of those things. I think it's probably something you'd want to distance yourself from, depending on who it is. But yeah, I'd probably distance myself from the haters.
yeah. So Dave, he in the comments said sometimes you have to remove yourself from those unhealthy relationships, no matter how, no matter how much it hurts.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's facts.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. Since I've been married, man, my list that got so small. It's just me and my wife, my mama, and her mama. Golly.
yeah. Now my baby says, Miss Kia says, and I think she put it just as eloquently as anybody could put it. She said, "Kick rocks."
Yep.
Kick boulders. I don't want no rocks. I want you to kick a big old slab.
All right. So, gentlemen, I really appreciate your time tonight. We're gonna be look for things in the future to come because one of the things I do like to do, would like to do again or put together is more of a men's circle. When I
Okay.
say men's circle, I mean not just husbands, boyfriends, any man, because the knowledge comes in groups
It does.
and experience. Not one man has all the experience. And I really want to thank y'all for all this. One last comment. Rhonda says, I have no problems with removing people and move accordingly. Right on.
Yep.
Right on.
Solid.
Yeah. And with that being said, we're going to remove ourselves from this live. Remember, Tell somebody to subscribe and watch. You can catch us on YouTube. If you're not a part of the Facebook group, send them to the YouTube page. We'll see you there. All right. Peace out.
All right, peace,
Have a good
fellas.
one, fellas.
Good one.